Patricia and Rolly, like, and we're here too.
Oh my. My hat!
Oh, hello? Hello?
Ma'am?
Excuse me.
She's hitting the booze early.
I just noticed the old man over here with his hand up listening.
Yes, please do go on. This is an interesting gossip.
Oh, now you're listening.
Oh, I'm very much listening.
Welcome back, everybody, to KBTV Under the Sun. We are on the 4th case. We are trying to get Joan
here.
Yes.
We are still here.
We are still trying. Well, no. We are in the process of trying to get Mrs. Joan Garrett to the stand so we can get her to testify. Because now she is definitely relevant.
To testify and submit a cross-examination.
Yes. We've already read that line, I think.
I don't care. I'm telling everyone again.
Okay, understood.
He feels very passionate about it.
Saints alive. A cross-examination of a juror?
It's not our fault you picked the juror. It ain't my fault you picked bad.
I do not pick the jurors, man.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's fair. You specifically don't pick the juror.
I was gonna say, I don't think the judge actually picks him.
Order. Well, this is highly irregular. It is unprecedented for a member of the jury to be summoned to the witness stand.
Objection.
First time for everything, baby.
Goodbye, bottle.
Another. And unnecessary.
That motion you did was necessary, or another was necessary?
Yes.
Lord Van Zeeks?
There are already witnesses in the stand whose testimony the defense may further cross-examine. My learned friend's farcical. If my learned friend's farcical theory has any truth in it, then both a burning book and a jackknife must have flown through the sky before this couple's eyes. And we must assume they would be able to testify accordingly.
What say you, witnesses?
I don't think Rolly has much to say.
Yes, sir! Constable Rolly Pete reporting for duty, sir!
Have you been paying attention, sir?
No,
He's
sir!
been sleeping.
Well... Good morning, officer. Sorry for dozing off until now, sir. I haven't slept for a month on account of a villain who's appeared on my beat, sir.
They are so heroic, these London Bobbies.
Thank you, sir.
I'm not a sir, actually.
It's the only thing I know how to say, sir.
I guess that's fair.
Patricia, my darling, I've been neglecting you, but no more.
Oh, Rolly, my hero! You make me swoon!
I swear, where does the swagger come from?
Very well. I hereby reject the defense's request.
Great!
Oh,
And order the witnesses in the stand to testify again.
Fantastic!
State forthwith before the court any details pertaining to the defense's alternative explanation of the events.
I mean, technically, Van Zeeks is helping. He's not saying your thing didn't happen. He's saying, okay, if it did happen, then they have to know.
That's true.
So do your job. Yes, sir!
Is he actually gonna talk in here, or is it still just Patricia, though? That's the question. I guess he's awake.
Find out, sir.
Constable Beats report. Okay, I guess he's awake.
This case has nothing to do with Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb. Believe me, a London Bobby is good for his word. You see, sir, the windows on the top floor of the Garrideb house are top-hinged casements.
Obviously, if anything had been thrown out of the window, we would have seen it. I did leave the scene to go and fetch help, but my trusty Rolly was there to make sure nothing was disturbed.
Didn't take my eye off the crime scene for one moment, sir. Nothing strange to report on that front, sir.
Okay, hold on a second.
Wait a second. Wasn't it foggy?
If you didn't take your eyes off the crime scene, how did you see the hinge?
Actually, that's not the part I'm concerned about. Wasn't it foggy? Like, not
Yes,
thick,
that
thick
too.
foggy, but, you know, like, when the fog is thick and all that, you can't see the back of your hand. Yeah, okay, that's fair. But you telling me that in the fog, you could see across the street to a second-story window?
Yeah.
Well, we're about to run into a situation because, well, the judge can explain, I guess.
Well, this is quite startling. Top hinge casement windows?
That detail was not in the police report, Constable. Ah, yes, sorry about that. I must have been a little drowsy.
I mean, to be fair, we're only learning this now, so was there really a point to report about that window?
He's gonna apologize anyway. You cannot excuse your sins with drowsiness every time, Constable. We've talked about this. No, sir!
Sorry, but what exactly is a top hinge casement window?
And you cannot excuse your ignorance with such trite remarks, my learned friend.
He's been here for 3 days.
Of course. Sorry.
Find it, Mr. Naruhodo.
Does that book have everything?
Yes.
Yes. It even tells your future. Would you like to know when you're going to die?
No.
No!
Cast your mind back to the windows in Mr. and Mr. Garadeb's room.
Alright, I'll try.
So the window opens in order to allow air to circulate inside the house. But as it's a top hinged casement window, it swings open along the upper edge, you see.
Glad you've rectified your ignorance. The casement window's most prominent feature is its stay, a metal bar which prevents the window from being opened beyond a certain amount.
It prevents it opening? This is all news to me.
Absolutely correct, sir. In other words, if a book or knife were to have been thrown through the open window, it would have clattered against the pane and fallen straight down to the pavement below.
No.
You see the problem, then? Good. Your education in Windows is complete. Glad we had this talk.
Okay, can you educate me in Windows 95?
Yeah.
We're talking about Windows that still exist.
I don't think your Windows still exists. You're in the past, buddy.
Can you prove that?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You're telling me there's absolutely no top-notch casement Windows in the year 2022?
How did you know I'm in the year 2022? I could be in the year 2023 for all you know.
Because I can see into the future thanks to that girl's book.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
She didn't share it with you.
Anyway.
As far as you know. There was never any possibility of... Hang on, I need water. You got all tongue-twisted, arguing KV. That's all my characters are wont to do, apparently. First Santa, now Van Seeks. There was never any possibility of either the book or the knife traveling 15 yards over the road.
Don't forget Gandorf.
That is, unless the window pane had been shattered, something we've discounted already.
That can't be.
Unless you got a really good shot for like some kind of like very tight angle. This is an Ace Attorney game, so it's possible that
clearly they've discovered technology where you can make a knife a homing knife, so it just homed in on the victim. Yep.
you got there's like a 1-inch like space where it'll somehow, if you throw the knife at just the right degree, it'll somehow like make it over the window, under the open window, and like go straight in an arc. You know, there's like some angle.
To be fair, Mr. Van Zeeks, that room had a cannon in it.
Well, if the
You
cannon,
got a point.
if the cannon had been used, that window would have been blasted to smithereens. Which it didn't happen, unfortunately.
Did you see that, Rolly? That young Japanese man just collapsed in agony.
Oh yes, my darling. I saw it. I saw how he crumbled before me.
Oh, Rolly, you're so strong.
Okay. How
take
is
credit
this
for that, huh?
happening? I haven't even started the cross-examination yet, and yet already my argument's been destroyed.
You're welcome.
Entirely.
Counsel, if you could drag yourself upright again. The court awaits your cross-examination.
My lord. Oh, good. Another desperate situation.
Get used to it.
Stress.
Oh wait, no, we already read this. All right.
Don't read it again.
I know.
How
He's just
can you?
that tired.
How can you say that for certain? Yeah, I can imagine him like reading over his lines again.
A very good question, sir. And the answer is this. It has the noble founding principles of the force written on it as a reminder to all us policemen of our sworn duty.
He showed us that before, didn't he?
Did he? I can't say I remember. Yeah, maybe
I don't remember either.
Several videos back he did flash it around.
Patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man. It's what the job's all about. And that is why I can stand here today beside my long-suffering wife and tell you Bobby's good for his word. While rubbing my tired eyes, admittedly. Sir,
Oh, Rolly, you're so manly.
of course I am, my darling Patricia. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rolly.
Oh, my
And me.
stomach.
Oh, brother.
End me right now.
No, none of this is what I meant. I meant, how can you say for certain that this case has nothing to do with Mr. and Mrs. Karadib?
Ah, I see, sir. You should have said so earlier, sir.
Oh my god. I did. Yes, well, so could you answer the question? Well, that was a waste of time then.
Absolutely, sir. I will answer it to the fullest of my abilities, sir. There's a surprising reason why Mr. and Mrs. Garadib's domestic dispute can't be related to this case. But before I get into that, sir, just one thing.
Yes?
I'd very much like you and all your countrymen to understand the great British institution of Scotland Yard.
Oh god, please don't lecture us right now.
So I hope you'll take back some tales of us London bobbies and how we uphold our guiding principles.
I wasn't planning on going back just yet. I only just arrived here.
So to that end, sir, I'd be happy to lend you my warrant card for your perusal. But I must warn you, you won't be able to get through it without shedding a few tears.
Of pain? Because of these guidelines? Thank you. I'll try.
Warrant card. A small folding wallet that identifies London bobbies and contains the rules of conduct to which they must adhere. Oh, I cry tears. Tears of boredom. Don't ask how I got a copy.
I just... Hold on, I want to look at this thing. Can I see these rules, please? Game? Thank you. Button. Patrolling is suspected to walk 20 miles around his beat every day for the... Yeah, I would be crying in pain.
Why do you think he's sleeping?
Any criminals fall under jurisdiction of the beat in which they are discovered. Any crimes. When a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigation and help detectives. Oh, okay. Sounds pretty straightforward.
And I think he mentioned that the crime wasn't on his beat because he was off.
Yes. That's why his wife went to go get the other officer whose beat he was actually on.
Okay.
I'm gonna just press this. By which you mean they don't open fully, is that correct?
Yes, sir. They're just there to allow a bit of air through the house, you see. So they're restricted as to how much they open.
Therefore, anything thrown out the window from inside the room would simply strike the pane and fall to the street directly below. For clarity, allow me to mark the map.
Thanks.
Here is the location where the objects would have fallen.
Yes. Directly opposite the scene of the crime, on the other side up the rather wide road.
Would it have been so hard for somebody to mention this top hinge case thing before? Yes, apparently.
Yes.
Well, I have another question for you, Constable.
And what would that be, sir?
How do you even know? Why would you have any idea what sort of windows Mr. and Mrs. Garrett's house is furnished with?
Ah, well, sir, that's very simple. You see, I helped with the investigation yesterday.
Oh.
Did you?
Excuse me.
Do you have something to add, Mrs. Beat?
Sorry?
No, I think she's just fangirling.
You look, well, delighted. Is there some particular reason for that?
Oh, I was just remembering, that's all. We really were so lucky.
Lucky? What do you mean?
Well, of course I feel terrible for the poor woman who was attacked. Don't misunderstand me, please. But we were just so lucky it didn't happen on Rolly's beat. It was so close, you see?
Oh, I hadn't realized.
Oh yes, that street, Briar Road, that's the boundary between Rolly's beat and the next one. Isn't that right, my love?
Yeah, sure.
Constable B.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's the reason I was helping out with interviewing the occupants of the Garrett household yesterday. Their house is on my beat, you see, sir.
I see. Huh, that really was cutting it close then.
Isabel, I wonder if you would clarify something. If the Garrett household is on your beat, does that mean the pavement next to it as well?
Outside Mr. Garrett's house? Yes, ma'am. The pavement on that side of the road is part of my beat.
I see. I was unaware of that.
Just think, if the woman had been attacked just on the other side of Briar Road, we would never have been able to go for that meal to celebrate our wedding anniversary. But that's the life of a Bobby, after all.
Extraordinary people are Bobbies, tirelessly working for the benefit of all Londoners.
Do you know what I think? I think it was the good Lord's way of rewarding my Rolly for all his hard work. Don't you think
No.
so, my darling?
That must be it, Pat, my love. That must be it.
I think perhaps we should make sure we have that information officially on record.
Leave it to me, Miss Naruto. I'll take care of it immediately.
You will? Wait, what?
I've
Case
updated the case
file.
file.
Oh, we just updated the case file. It's fine.
Mr. Majima, you can take it away.
Oh, case file. The pavement where the victim was found lies just outside Constable Beat's beat. The order of which runs down the middle of Briar Road.
When pun names kind of make things funny.
And now it's my turn, I think.
Also, I think I have to press everything anyway. So, we're gonna be doing that.
Hold it!
But according to my notes here, the sun had gone down already and it was dark.
Oh, but Rolly and I were strolling along, gazing at the night sky and looking for our lucky star.
But
Sorry? It's foggy?
The star that will guide us to eternal happiness.
Can it guide you to answer the question?
The flaming book had cut across the sky in front of us. It would have lit up like a shooting star.
And if I'd seen a shooting star, I would have made a wish upon it. Let Rolly be an inspector, I would have said, 3 times at least.
I don't know if I want Patricia as an inspector, but sure.
But she didn't want to be an inspector. She wanted her husband to be an
Oh,
inspector.
sorry. I'm mixing their names.
Well, with the smog and everything, we couldn't actually see any stars.
In short, you're trying to say that neither a book nor a knife crossed the sky before you?
Yes, sir. That is correct, sir. As sure as the night sky in London is starless, sir.
Huh. It certainly seems like they're telling the truth.
And then we saw the poor woman fall to the ground, so we ran straight over to help her.
I like how they're saying, we're gonna find our star, and then Rolly says, yep, just as sure as there's no stars in London. I'm like, wait, so why were you looking at stars?
Yes, you said you went to a nearby police box to fetch another officer, is that right?
That's right, yes. If it had been on Rolly's beat, I would have known exactly where I was going, of course.
Also, I'm starting to suspect, because that was a new statement that they added about how Rolly managed to dodge the bullet, I have a feeling where the body is right now is not actually where it should have been.
Yep.
Don't feel bad, my love. You can't be expected to know the location of every police box on every beat.
So Rolly told me the way, only I sort of got a little lost on the way.
Patricia, my darling, that's why I love you. Because you get lost. Wait,
Oh god, that is actually what he says. Oh my god.
your terrible sense of direction is bewitching to me.
Why? Why though?
That's not a trait to... Okay.
Oh, Pat,
Oh, Rolly!
let's use
I'll
Apple
get
Maps
lost
together.
for you forever.
That's okay, honey. That's why we have Apple Maps.
Oh, please.
So I
You have
suppose...
maps that are the actual apples?
So I suppose I was gone for about 15 minutes. But like I said, my Rolly was at the scene the whole time, making sure nothing was disturbed.
I was off duty at the time, of course, but a true Bobby is never really off duty, sir. Hold it!
They might
Nothing
be idiots.
to report. No, they're just love struck.
I said what I said.
Nothing to report. Wait a minute. I know who you are.
That's correct, sir. I had my eyes wide open the entire time. Never looked away for a second.
What, is this like Stroganoff's long-distant cousin?
Oh, no. It's the gatekeeper from Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh.
No one else approached the scene and nothing was removed from it. I can swear to that on the yard's honor, sir.
Really? That seems a little strange.
Beg your pardon, sir. Strange, sir? Seems altogether regular to me.
This burnt copy of The Lion's Pride was originally in the Garrett household. So the question remains, how did it find its way into the hand of the victim? Can you shed any light on that, seeing as you were at the scene of the crime the entire time? You know, that's a valid point.
Aha! Could it be a different copy, sir? One that just happened to be burnt as well?
Please.
Convenient.
Even if that were possible, why would the victim have been gripping a book like that in her hand? As we can see from this photographic print, she had a bag over her shoulder.
Well, sir, the book was in the lady's hand from the moment we arrived at the scene.
Is that so? There's something about this statement that's not sitting right with me. The two mysteries of how that knife ended up in her back and how that book ended up in her hand. There must be some common thread between them.
Can I ask you something? Please, Mr. Lawyer, sir?
Oh, yes, of course. What is it?
You're doubting us, aren't you? I can tell.
What? I wasn't really... I mean, what's she doing? Gaslighting me? I don't know.
Please, just because I'm a woman, it doesn't make my testimony any less valuable.
Why would you take it there?
You might just see me as the wife of a policeman, but I'm a woman of my word, I am.
That's
Are you just riling people up for sympathy points? Because I need you to stop.
Yeah.
I really don't remember ever suggesting that I doubted you. Please stop gaslighting me.
No excuses. I don't want to hear it.
He's effective at it.
My voice will be heard. My lord, you'll let me speak, won't you?
Oh
And
no.
I just realized something.
What?
She's a Karen.
Oh good, I wasn't the only one thinking that.
Yes, Mrs. Bates, I will allow you to supplement your testimony if you so desire, because I have to. Sometimes the path of least resistance is the sage one.
Josh is just like, nope, I'm done. That was a very loud mutter.
We're all
heard
tired,
that.
okay, man?
That Japanese man thinks a policeman's wife's word counts for nothing, does he?
No, I didn't say that, but sure.
Well,
She
watch
doesn't
out,
even
sir.
have to call the... She doesn't even have to do the I'm gonna call the cops on you because she's married to a cop.
Yeah.
She really is just a Karen. She's just going full Karen right now.
Well, watch out, sir. I might let you get away with something like that, but my Rolly won't.
Duly noted, Mrs. Beat. Please, I humbly ask you to continue.
She possibly be about to say, I wonder.
Something that will screw up Rolly, I'm sure.
I know what I saw. My eyes never let me down. My sense of direction is a little off sometimes, though.
Okay, what the heck did you see? Hello? Mrs. Beat, nobody is questioning what you've told us.
I saw it, I did. That evening, I saw it clearly. That little Eastern man with the whiskers and the funny curved back, slinking away from the scene.
I'm tired too, Ryunosuke.
And I know what I didn't see as well. I didn't see any flaming books or knives flying through the sky.
All very clear. You also mentioned something about having a poor sense of direction.
Oh, yes, well, that's a little embarrassing, really.
You brought up.
I'm always ending up at the wrong place when I've made arrangements to meet Rolly. He gets ever so cross.
And Rolly is just like, I'm done with this.
He gets what? He gets cross?
Constable Beat, is there a problem? He gets crossed, apparently.
Yeah? Huh? No, sir. No problem, sir.
Did your wife's remark just now bring something to mind, perhaps?
Oh, well, in a way, sir. Yes, sir. I was just remembering that the same thing happened that evening, is all.
You mean Mrs. Beat lost her way on the night of the incident?
Well, you see, I sent her off to find a police box in the next beat over from mine. But she was gone a fair bit longer than what I was expecting. I thought she'd be back inside 10 minutes, but my darling was gone a good 15.
Oh, Rolly, you're such a tease. But the reason I was so long was because of the bouquet, silly.
Okay?
Sorry, what bouquet are you talking about?
Oh, it was a present for our wedding anniversary. Rolly's so romantic. He saved up for it with farthings and halfpennies he found in the gutter while doing his rounds.
Damn. Yes, how romantic.
I'd forgotten all about it until just now. Had you, my darling?
Oh, yes.
Huh?
But that was just between us.
Huh?
Not talking about it to anyone else, darling. You have to
Really? Oh.
What was that all about? Constable Beat looked very obviously troubled during that exchange.
And I can't offer any useful insight, Miss Naruhodo. But I'm quite sure of one thing. We have to ask Mrs. Beat about the bouquet.
Might as well as the only new thing.
Yep. I'd like you to add details about it to your testimony, please.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'd love to. What did Rolly just tell you not to do? All right, well.
Van Seek's over here like, oh god. At this point.
What happened was, I dropped my bouquet and ended up losing my way for a while.
Hold it!
You mean you dropped the bouquet at the scene of the crime?
Yes, that's right. Oh, I was so upset. When we
Wait,
ran,
at the scene of the crime?
Yeah. Where's this bouquet? We never got it.
when we ran over and saw it was a woman with a knife in her back, I was so shocked I dropped the bouquet Rolly gave me. It was in a dark spot where the streetlight wasn't casting any lights, so I didn't notice at first.
And then you went to the police box to report it to the policeman whose beat it was on.
Yes, and I came back to the scene together with the other constable, you see? That's when I spotted my bouquet again. But the funny thing was, when I went to pick it up, it was nowhere near the victim's body at all.
In case you need reminding, Mrs. Beat, the victim is not deceased.
I was all flustered for a moment before I heard a voice calling me from the other side of the road.
Bum, bum, bum.
Your husband, presumably. Where's this bouquet?
That's right, silly me. I gone over to the wrong side of the street.
You know, for once, I think you had your directions correct.
Although I'm going to blame the bouquet this time. I can't think of how it got there. I really can't.
So the bouquet somehow moved from one side of Briar Road to the opposite.
Curious indeed.
Isn't it? But the worst of it is, I forgot to pick the bouquet up again when we left the scene. That beautiful rose Rolly brought me. With that change from the gutter he spent so long collecting.
By bouquet. Do you perhaps mean this sorry solitary rose?
Oh! Oh! Yes, that's it!
How do you have it?
That's the bouquet Rolly bought me for our anniversary, with old bits of change he found in the gutter.
I do not have enough liquor for this.
Maybe just call it a rose.
Tell us, Lord Van Zeeks, where did you come by the flower?
According to the report by the police officer in charge of the crime scene investigation, it was found on the edge of the pavement in front of the Garadeb household.
Well,
What?
Van Zeke, thanks.
I think Van Zeek's probably also picked up something because there was that momentary pause before he actually presented that bouquet, so I think he finally put the pieces together. In front of the Garadeb's house?
Although it wasn't noticed until the morning, as it lay where the street lamps cast no light. It was believed to be of no relevance to the case, since it was found on the opposite side of the thoroughfare.
Oh, thank you, sir, thank you. Could I have it back now, please?
No.
Oh,
No, I think for good measure, this rose should be added to the court record as evidence.
oh.
Anniversary bouquet. A present for Patricia Beat from her husband Rolly. The shock of seeing the stab victim caused Mrs. Beat to drop the rose where she stood.
But it's a symbol of her love. I want it back after the trial. Do you hear me? I want it back.
Rest assured that I shall do my very best not to forget, Mrs. Beat.
All right, then. Can you explain the floating flower that's in the wrong spot, sir? If you didn't see something? I think we'll talk about that in the next video because we're slightly over time now. So we will, I think we're presenting the rose on this statement because, sir, how can you have nothing strange to report? Why is the flower not where it should be? Sir.
You know, it's one of those
Sir.
hybrids.
Rolly,
It's-
Rolly.
It's hybrid with a bird, you know, it can just fly.
All right.
Rolly, I hate to say it, but you're looking pretty sus, bro.
Yeah, just a little.